Okay, what we're going to look at tonight is Heathkit IG102. Um, this item, when I got it, was not in particularly great shape, but I think you'll admit once you've seen it that it cleaned up well and it functions well, and it's a nice little unit. One of the first things that I noted was that the case was scratched. I don't like to have a scratch case, so went ahead and gave it a paint job. So the case looks very new. And unfortunately on the face of it you'll see that there is a little bit of spray spatter. Whoever the previous owner was wasn't careful and got a little bit of paint spray spatter on it, but it's not too objectionable, but it's there. Just wanted you to see it. Cleaned up well. Found a tube had been substituted on the inside that caused the high frequency response to be weakened, so I changed the tube back to the original, and it had a 12AU7 in place of a 12AT7. Made a difference. And tightened up a loose lamp, so we've got the lamp back on. Cleaned up the switches, cleaned up the pots, so it's functioning pretty much like it would have new. Okay, I thought I'd give you a look at the inside of this Heathkit IG102. Fellow that put it together did a decent job. It's clean, routing looks good, solder joints look decent. Nice work. We'll take a look at the other side. Oops, let's go this way. Working one-handed here. Alright. And I've cleaned on the switches and sprayed the pots, and I checked out the electrolytics. Everything is in good shape. I did change the tube. The fellow had a 12AU7 in where a 12AT7 should have been. I don't know. I think that they're somewhat interchangeable, but it limited his frequency response, so it's working better now. And let's put this thing together, and well, I guess let me show you this. I like to have my my equipment look nice. This had several scratches on the case, so I went ahead and gave it a paint job, and it looks quite nice now. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together, and we'll run it through its paces. Bear with me. And right now we have on the oscilloscope the output of band A, which covers 100 kilocycles to 320 kilocycles. And if you'll watch band A, let's see if I can get... it's going to be hard for me to get both in view. So just keep an eye on the screen and I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to start to sweep forward across the band. And you just watch for any dropouts or bad distortions, that sort of thing. Alright, we're beyond halfway. We're approaching 320. That'd be 320 right there, and then that's beyond 320. Going to band B, this would be 310 kilocycles to 1100 kilocycles. We're at the 1100 end, and I'm going to sweep backwards. So let's go ahead and raise up our... There we go. Maybe one more. We'll sweep backwards, going to the 310 kilocycles. Alright, there's the 310. Go to band C. This covers 1 megacycles to 3.2 megacycle. Going forward. Alright, we see we're a little more efficient in this band. So our amplitude is rising. I'm going to go ahead and cut back on the amplitude a little bit here on the dial. Alright. And there we are at 3.2 megacycles. Let's raise it up so I can show you the... There we go. Go to band D. This is 3.1 megacycles to 11. We are right now on the 11 end. I'll raise this up again. Let me go ahead and turn off the overhead. Maybe you can see it just a little bit clearer there. Alright, we're going to go down. Oops. Going down in frequency from from 11 megacycles down to the 3.1. Halfway. Let's raise up our gain. There's 3.1. Okay, let's go ahead and change our sensitivity. Alright, let's go to 10 megacycles to 32. We're on the 10 megacycle end of things, going up to 32. You see we're getting back into our more efficient area. I'll cut back on the gain a little bit. Alright. And there we are at 32. Go ahead and raise up our frequency here. There we go. And then the final band alright, we're at the 110 megacycle end of things, and we're going to be dialing backwards to the 32 megacycle range. There we go. And that would conclude it. That's probably our worst point right there, is at the 32 megacycle on this end. On band E at 32 we're distinctly better, so I would recommend using band E at that end versus F at the low end. There's band F. There's the low end. So we've covered every range, and the generator has worked well. Let's go ahead and demonstrate modulation. We're going to demonstrate the modulation. Boy, that's bright. Alright. And we'll turn on the internal modulator. And let's turn up our frequency just a little bit. Brightness a little bit. Okay, there's modulated, unmodulated, modulated, unmodulated. Alright. And then we have an external modulation control here, which if we fed in an external signal, you can control the modulation. Actually, you could turn this unit into a transmitter if you connected a microphone up to it. One of the features you'll note on this too is that I've replaced the old microphone style connectors to modern BNC connectors, so you can use modern cables, which are easy to get on eBay, cheap in price, versus paying an elaborate price for the antiques. And they're hard to come by too, so this is a much better deal. Well, that's really about it. So we'll not only have the generator, but we've got a Heathkit manual that'll go with it, and a set of new probes. These are the BNC to gator clip universal probe. So you'll be completely set to go. So happy bidding. Thanks for listening.